everybody, Ellie here for WhoCulture, and I'm coming to you with some positive news for once. I feel like all I've done is talk about the doom and gloom and anticipation and uncertainty, and although I am going to talk about that a little bit, it's nice to put a positive spin on things for a change rather than just dwelling on the comments we've seen. We know that officially we have not had the green light for season 3 yet, and there's been a lot of gossip about a potential gap year in 2026 as well, which has been a little bit, not sure about that. And as I say, there's just been a lot of uncertainty surrounding it. But something that Shooty Gatwa has said perhaps sheds a bit more light on the situation. So Shooty Gatwa is set to appear on the Gra Norton Show tonight, unless you're watching this video at a future date, in which case Shooty Gatwa has already appeared on the Gra Norton Show. Friday the 11th of October, Shooty Gatwa appeared on the Gra Norton Show. And of course, it's expected that he's going to talk about Doctor Who. Now, I think for the most part, he's actually there to talk about his new play that he's doing, The Importance of Being Earnest, which starts in November. But of course, they're going to talk about Doctor Who. They can't not. But what's actually quite funny about that whole situation, and very Doctor Who-like, if I may say so, I am recording this before that episode of the Gra Norton Show has aired. And there's already a quote circulating from Shooty's appearance on the show. It's very wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, very fitting for Doctor Who. And he's given us not only a positive update on season 3, but it seems to be quite a concrete one, and this is what he said. Doctor Who is all going well. We did the 2nd series this year, the Christmas special is coming up, and we are filming a 3rd series next year. A 3rd series next year, you say? Filming a 3rd series next year, you say? Now, this is from the Radio Times, and they are quoting Shooty Gatwa from his appearance on the Gra Norton Show, which is actually filmed in advance, which is why they have that. They're not like they don't have some sort of like foresight into the future. The Gra Norton Show is pre-recorded, and Radio Times seems to have kind of an insight into that, and they get the quotes in advance by the looks of it. But Radio Times is a reliable source for the most part, so there's no reason to doubt the truthfulness of this quote. Also, the Gra Norton Show is another BBC show, so they're not going to allow Shooty Gatwa to sit there on that sofa and speak about anything, say anything that hasn't been okayed first. These talk shows, they're very structured and they're rehearsed to a degree, so the host can't just spring some random question on a guest and suddenly get them into trouble for saying something they're not supposed to. And as I say, they are pre-recorded, so it will be interesting to see if this comment makes the cut that ends up going out tonight or not. That will be very interesting. But I would be very shocked if he has said this and the BBC have gone, oh my goodness, what did Shooty just say? He shouldn't have said that. Ah! At least I hope that's the case. It would be quite funny if he had. If he'd done a Tom Holland and fully just spoiled something that wasn't supposed to be announced yet, I would laugh. If it had made the cut somehow and Shooty has just given out some very, very, very secret information, I would laugh. But what is slightly confusing about this is that Russell T Davies has very, very recently said that the decision to greenlight season 3 won't come until after season 2 has aired. So presumably that's not going to be until late spring 2025, maybe even early summer. In fact, Russell T Davies has said this twice. He said it once in Doctor Who magazine, and he's also said it in SFX magazine. So he's been very clear on the situation with regards to season 3. But then for Shooty Gatwa to literally say, we are filming a 3rd series next year, that's pretty definitive. You know, if that wasn't something that he had some sort of internal confirmation or assurance about, I don't see why he would say that. But here's the important thing, and it's something we have been saying on this channel for quite some time at this point with regards to season 3. And that is that future seasons of Doctor Who will be happening. It's literally just a case of whether or not Disney will be involved with those future seasons. So when Russell is saying we're waiting for a green light for season 3, what he's actually saying is we're waiting to see if Disney wants to continue making Doctor Who with us. And we know that from his perspective at least, Russell T Davies has many, many plans for the future of Doctor Who. He's spoken about having plans and written scripts for season 3 already. He's even mentioned season 4 in interviews in the past. So from his point of view, it's full steam ahead, you know, he's got those ideas. And he doesn't seem to be concerned that the show is not going to be continue to be made. it is literally just a question of whether Disney is involved with that or not. Words are not my strong point today. It just seems like if you are not confident about the future of your show, that's not something you would be doing. You wouldn't be wasting time writing full scripts and several drafts of scripts for future seasons of a show that you're not sure is going to go ahead. That's just a waste of time. The thing is as well is that I feel like internally this must be quite a frustrating situation for people like Russell T Davies and the team at Doctor Who, not Disney or, you know, those sorts of people. You know, they're quite happy to drag their heels, but it must be very frustrating from the production side of Doctor Who to be sitting there with a bunch of scripts ready to go and just waiting, and having to wait quite some time before they are told how they should proceed. Now, of course, as I did just say, there is a possibility, there is a chance that Shooty is misinformed, or he's speaking out of turn, or perhaps even the quote is wrong, or if it's been said, or if it's been taken out of context with regards. I mean, I don't know how that can be taken out of context, really. We're filming season 3 next year. I don't really see how that can be taken out of context. But like I said, we shall see tonight. I would be intrigued to see if that has been taken out of the edit or not. But to me, it fills me with a bit of confidence that they are prepared to film next year. And it's just a case of going, okay, we've got 2 plans here. This is how we're going to film it if Disney gives us the green light. And these are the stories we're going to go with. And if Disney doesn't, then here's plan B. And here's how we'll proceed with a Disney budget. Here's how we'll proceed with just the BBC budget. So that could be what it is. I mean, the thing is as well is Shooty Gatwa is probably very popular. There's a lot of people that probably want him at the moment, and so they probably need to lock him down and say this is when we're filming. Those dates might change, but I feel like that's probably a safer option to go, we're filming then, and it'll just be a case of we'll either go with plan A or plan B when that time comes. And also, while we're talking about Shooty Gatwa, this is also really good news to hear him talking about sticking around for a Series 3 and potentially beyond. Series 3, Season 3. Blah, the whole season series thing still confuses me. Not the point, Ellie. There have been a lot of whispers recently, mostly unfounded, but yeah, I mean, you can't really blame people for speculating, but a lot of people suggesting that he won't stick around for a Season 3, especially if there's a significant delay in the filming of Season 3. And you can see why that might be. As I just said, perhaps they've told him this is when we're filming it so they can keep him locked down. Not that they wouldn't want to let him go if he really, really wanted to, but so that they can keep their star, they've given him a ballpark. But it's nice to know that, at least from Shooty's perspective, he's raring to carry on. He's sticking around. Because there was a rumour in that Deadline report over the summer as well that there was a chance that maybe Season 2 might be left open-ended, which would then allow them to shoot a regeneration if Shooty did decide to exit. But now it definitely sounds like he's committed to the role. He wants to stay for at least one more season by the sounds of it. And I think that's really, really good. He is really, really great in the role. And because we've had the reduced episode count, it does feel like we need to see more of him. I don't feel like his time is up just yet. And I think when you think about it, 2 seasons of 8 episodes, you've got 16 episodes. Okay, you've got some Christmas specials, but that's nearly only the length of one of the series we used to have. You know, they used to be like 14 episodes long, around there. So 16 episodes, not that much more. So if that's all we get of Shooty Gatwa, it really does feel like we haven't had much of him. So yeah, it's nice to know that he's sticking around. I think we're gonna see great things from him, and there's still a lot to see from him. So I'm glad to hear that he seems to be staying. Although, not to be a party pooper and put a downer on the whole situation right at the end here, but Matt Smith did also say that he was going to stay for Series 8, and we all know how that ended, so yeah. Please stay, Shooty. The thing is, I think if they do keep getting delays, there could be more danger of that happening. Not necessarily just because of his decision, but I think he will probably have outside influence telling him, you can't keep waiting around, you've got all these offers, you need to take these other opportunities that are coming your way instead of waiting around for something. And it's understandable. We've all been in that situation. We've all been in a place where we're like, I'm sorry, I can't wait around. I need a decision. If you can't give me an answer, I'm going to go elsewhere. Maybe there's confidence that Disney is going to give the green light. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's all just a technicality, but they've been given the nudge that Disney is going to give the green light, but they can't give it until they said they were going to, potentially. And so behind the scenes, they can say to Shooty, hey, we haven't had the green light yet, but we're filming next year. That kind of thing. Maybe that's more what it is. I really, really don't know, but I'm filled with a little bit more confidence about the whole gap year situation. If they're filming it next year, that seems less likely, and that makes me happy because I don't like the gap years. I don't like the waiting around. You know, Star Trek gets a new series every few months, which is great. Doctor Who doesn't get that, and it's a bit sad, you know. What we do have to look forward to is the Christmas special, though. Joy to the World. I'm very excited about that. Perhaps we will have some more talking about that as well. In fact, I would put money on that being discussed on the Gra Norton Show tonight as well. So let's look forward to that. Let's not get too bogged down by the whole Season 3 situation when we have still got a Christmas special and Season 2, and The War Between the Land and the Sea coming as well. So just so we can get into that Christmas spirit early, we did break down the most recent clip of that when it was released. So let's journey back to that video. It's linked on the screen now. Go check that out so we can get our excitement pumping for the Christmas special instead of dwelling on what might be in the future. Let's all do that. In fact, everyone put some Christmas emojis in the comments down below so I know that you're listening to my Christmas enthusiasm. You know, I know it's not been Halloween yet. Put a Halloween emoji if you want, okay? Cool. In the meantime, I've been Ellie for WhoCulture, and in the words of River Song herself, goodbye, sweeties.